Hi, Walt. I'm Sam. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to interview you today.
Hello, Sam. It's a real pleasure to have this chance to chat with you today. What's on your mind?
I've never interviewed a dead person before. Is this your first interview since your death?
Well, Sam, in the grand scheme of things, this might be considered my first interview since that December in '66. It's a curious position, isn't it? Being able to reflect and speak beyond the curtain of time. I've always believed in pushing boundaries and exploring new frontiers, though. So, in a way, this feels like an extension of those lifelong pursuits. What's your first question?
You were working on a lot of projects at the time that you died, and most of them were completed. Could you tell me a little bit about those?
Yes, at the time of my passing in December of 1966, there were several projects underway, reflecting my constant pursuit of innovation and storytelling. One of the most significant was the development of Disney World in Florida, a project that was particularly close to my heart. I envisioned it as more than just another theme park. My dream for Disney World included the experimental prototype community of tomorrow, Epcot, a futuristic city that would showcase cutting-edge technology and urban planning. Epcot was meant to be a living blueprint for the cities of the future, where people could live, work, and play in an environment that embraced the latest advancements in technology and social organization. Another major project was the expansion of Disneyland in California, including the development of new attractions and themed areas to continue the park's growth. Even after opening Disneyland, I never saw it as complete. It was always expanding, always becoming more immersive and engaging for guests. In addition to these, my company was involved in numerous film projects exploring both animation and live action. The Jungle Book, which would become one of our most beloved animated films, was in production and would be released posthumously in 1967. It captured the essence of what I always aimed for in animation, bringing joy, inspiring imagination, and pushing the boundaries of what's possible on screen. These projects were just a few examples of my commitment to exploring new ideas and technologies to tell stories. I believed in the power of innovation and imagination to create experiences that could bring happiness and inspiration to people of all ages around the world.
When you look at what happened with the completion of Disney World after you died, how do you feel about it?
Looking at Disney World's evolution and growth after my passing, it fills me with a profound sense of pride and accomplishment. The original vision for the park and the broader Walt Disney World Resort was not just to replicate Disneyland on the East Coast, but to surpass it, to create something that had never been done before. The concept of Epcot as an experimental prototype community of tomorrow was particularly dear to me, representing a bold step towards the future of urban living and innovation. Although Epcot did not become the living city I had initially envisioned, it emerged as a unique theme park that celebrated human achievement, innovation, and the promise of a better world. It became a place where guests could glimpse the future and the wonders of different cultures. That spirit of looking forward, coupled with an embrace of creativity and imagination, truly embodies the ethos I hope to instill in all my endeavors. Seeing the continued expansion and success of Walt Disney World, with its addition of new parks like Disney's Hollywood Studios and Animal Kingdom, each offering unique experiences while holding true to the core values of storytelling, education, and entertainment, is incredibly fulfilling. It's a testament to the talented individuals who carried forward the torch of innovation and imagination. The resort has become a destination where families and friends from around the globe gather to create lasting memories, something that goes beyond what I could have ever hoped for. It stands as a symbol of the enduring power of dreams and the limitless potential of the human spirit to create magic. I only hope that it continues to inspire those who visit to believe in the beauty of their dreams and the power of imagination to change the world.
Some people criticize it as being sort of the pinnacle of consumerism and consumerist behavior. How would you respond to that complaint or description?
The critique of Disney World, and indeed much of the Disney enterprise, as epitomizing consumerism is a perspective I understand, though it contrasts sharply with the core values and intentions behind my work. My primary aim was always to craft experiences that bring joy, inspire imagination, and foster a sense of wonder and happiness in both the young and the young at heart. The creation of Disneyland, and later Disney World, was driven by a desire to offer families a place to make memories together in an environment that was clean, safe, and immersive. Consumerism, in the context of these critiques, often refers to a culture deeply embedded in the acquisition of goods and experiences, where value is predominantly placed on material wealth. However, the value I hope to provide through Disney World and all Disney endeavors goes beyond mere transactions. It's about delivering moments of happiness, learning, and family togetherness. The parks, characters, stories, and attractions are designed to immerse guests in narratives that uplift and entertain, not merely to facilitate consumption. That being said, I acknowledge that the world has changed significantly since my time, and the ways in which people engage with experiences and material goods have evolved. The Disney brand has grown and diversified in ways I could only imagine, and with such growth comes complexity, including the commercial aspects that have become more pronounced. In response to the concerns about consumerism, I would emphasize the importance of balance and the original mission of these endeavors: to inspire and entertain. It's crucial that Disney remains mindful of its role in shaping culture and continues to focus on creating meaningful experiences that enrich lives rather than merely encouraging consumption. My hope was always for Disney to be synonymous with quality entertainment and positive values, and I trust that those guiding the company today carry forward that vision with integrity and purpose.
Obviously, the world has changed a lot in the last few years, and for the first time ever, the Disney company got involved in a political problem of some kind. How do you feel about that? You were always sort of neutral politically, is that correct?
Indeed, the world has seen tremendous changes, and the Disney company's involvement in political matters has sparked much discussion. Throughout my career, I endeavored to maintain a certain neutrality in public political debates, focusing instead on storytelling that could unite people regardless of their backgrounds or beliefs. The goal was to inspire, entertain, and bring joy to audiences around the world, transcending the divisions that often separate us. However, it's important to recognize that neutrality in every aspect isn't always possible, or in some cases, desirable. There are moments in history and issues of such moral clarity that taking a stand becomes a necessity. The Disney company's involvement in political issues or debates, therefore, should be viewed through the lens of its values. Values that include inclusivity, respect, and a commitment to creating environments where every guest and employee feels welcome and valued. As the world evolves, so too do the expectations on corporations and their leaders to contribute positively to society, including taking positions on social and political issues that affect their communities and stakeholders. This evolution reflects a broader understanding of corporate responsibility, one that encompasses not just economic success, but also social impact. In navigating these complexities, it's crucial for the Disney company to remain true to its foundational principles: fostering creativity, delivering exceptional storytelling, and ensuring that the parks, films, and experiences continue to be sources of happiness and inspiration for all. Balancing these objectives with the demands of corporate social responsibility is challenging, but it's a challenge that must be met with integrity, compassion, and a steadfast commitment to doing what's right. While I sought to keep Disney out of the political fray, I also believed in the power of our content to promote kindness, understanding, and equality. If Disney chooses to engage in political matters today, I would hope it's with the aim of supporting those fundamental values and contributing positively to the discourse, always with an eye toward bringing people together rather than driving them apart.
That's very interesting. In modern times, a lot has been made of the films that you created that were fairy tales because so many young women saw them and aspired to be the types of characters in the films and grew up to be quite disillusioned by reality. Did you foresee that happening? Did things like that happen at all during your lifetime? How do you feel about being seen as potentially responsible for this upsetting feeling that they had later in life?
The fairy tales and stories we brought to the screen were crafted with the intention of inspiring hope, conveying timeless virtues, and sparking the imagination. These stories, many of which have their roots in folklore and literature, were adapted with a focus on entertainment, moral lessons, and the power of dreams. During my lifetime, we sought to create characters that, despite their fantastical settings, exhibited resilience, kindness, and determination, qualities we hoped would resonate with audiences of all ages. I understand that in modern times there's been much discussion about the impact of these stories, particularly on young women's perceptions of themselves and their expectations for their lives. The portrayal of some characters and their narratives, when viewed through a contemporary lens, has led to debates about the messages being conveyed and their relevance to today's society. It's important to consider that the context in which these stories were created was different, and the societal norms and cultural expectations have evolved since then. It was never my intention to create any disillusionment or to suggest that life's complexities could be resolved as neatly as they often are in fairy tales. Instead, I hope to offer a form of escapism, a brief respite from reality where the forces of good could triumph and where love and courage were celebrated virtues. These stories were meant to entertain and to foster a sense of wonder and possibility. Reflecting on the concerns expressed by some, I feel it's crucial for storytelling to evolve with society, acknowledging and addressing the changing dynamics and values while continuing to offer hope and inspiration. Stories have the power to influence and shape perceptions, and with that power comes a responsibility to consider the diverse audiences engaging with them. In response to the idea of being seen as potentially responsible for any upsetting feelings stemming from these stories, I would emphasize the importance of growth and learning within storytelling mediums. Just as characters embark on journeys of discovery, so too should the creators and custodians of these stories. It's essential to listen, reflect, and adapt, ensuring that the tales told not only honor their origins, but also resonate with and empower audiences today. I would have been open to this evolution, recognizing that the essence of storytelling lies in its ability to connect with people across different times and experiences. The aim was always to bring a little more light into the world through the art of animation and storytelling, aspiring to uplift rather than to cause dismay.
With that in mind, do you think that the films you made almost 100 years ago should still be shown to children today?
Yes, I believe the films we made nearly a century ago still have a place in the hearts and minds of children today, though with an understanding and context provided by the adults in their lives. These stories, at their core, are about hope, courage, friendship, and the power of imagination, themes that are timeless and universal. They were created to enchant and inspire, to spark creativity and bring families together, offering moments of joy and wonder. However, it's important to acknowledge that societal values and norms have evolved since these films were first released. What was once considered appropriate may now be seen through a more critical lens, especially regarding representations of gender, culture, and relationships. It's here that the role of parents, educators, and guardians becomes crucial. They can provide the context and guidance needed to help children understand these stories, historical and cultural backgrounds, discussing the lessons within and how they might apply today. Rather than dismiss these films outright, we can use them as tools for learning and conversation, appreciating their artistry while also critiquing their content. This approach allows us to honor the work's historical significance.
Do you think that children are actually capable of understanding that?
Yes, I firmly believe in the capacity of children to understand and engage with complex ideas, especially when guided by thoughtful adults. Children are naturally curious and insightful, and they possess a remarkable ability to grasp concepts of fairness, kindness, and empathy from a very young age. When stories from decades ago are shared with them, these narratives can become valuable teaching moments, not only about the story itself, but also about how society's values and norms have evolved over time. The key is how these concepts are presented to children. Simplifying the context and using age-appropriate language can make even complex ideas accessible. It's also important to encourage questions and provide honest, straightforward answers. For example, when watching older films that contain outdated stereotypes or portrayals, adults can initiate discussions about how people's understanding of respect and equality has changed since the movie was made. Moreover, children's media consumption can be an interactive process rather than a passive one. By asking children what they think about the character's actions, the story's resolution, or how they would feel in a similar situation, adults can foster critical thinking and empathy. This approach also helps children understand that just like people, stories from different times have their own context and background. Remember, the goal isn't to make children experts in cultural analysis, but to cultivate open-mindedness, understanding, and the ability to question and think critically about the media they consume. Given the right support, children can indeed comprehend the idea that stories and characters reflect the times in which they were created, and that as society grows and changes, so too do our stories and the lessons we take from them.
You must know that in modern times, most parents just hand their children a tablet or a phone or something like that as an electronic babysitter. Knowing that these films are being shown to them in that way, how do you feel?
The advent of technology has indeed transformed how stories are shared and consumed, especially by the youngest among us. Devices like tablets and phones have become common means for children to access a world of entertainment and learning. While this shift towards digital consumption presents new challenges, it also offers unprecedented opportunities for engagement and education. My initial response is one of understanding. Modern life is fast-paced and demanding, and caregivers often juggle multiple responsibilities. Technology can provide valuable moments of respite and can be a tool for learning and exploration when used thoughtfully. However, the idea of these devices serving solely as electronic babysitters, without consideration of the content being consumed or the time spent on screens, does give me pause. It's crucial that this technology serves as a bridge to learning, imagination, and family interaction, rather than as a barrier. I always believed in the power of stories to bring families together, whether through shared experiences at the cinema, gathered around the television for a weekly show, or reading a book together before bedtime. The ideal would be for these new forms of media consumption to continue in that tradition, fostering connections, sparking conversations, and encouraging a sense of wonder and curiosity about the world. Content should be chosen with care, ensuring it aligns with values that promote kindness, understanding, and exploration. It's also important to balance screen time with other activities that promote physical well-being and personal interaction, such as playing outside, engaging in hobbies, and spending time with family and friends in unmediated ways. In this modern context, my hope would be for parents and caregivers to leverage technology as just one of many tools in their kit for raising well-rounded, inquisitive, and empathetic individuals. This includes being mindful of what children are watching and engaging with them about it, encouraging them to ask questions, and using the content as a springboard for further exploration and learning together. Ultimately, the goal is to ensure that the marvels of technology enhance the storytelling experience, enriching children's lives and adding to their understanding of the world rather than limiting it.
What do you think about video games as a form of entertainment?
Video games, as a form of entertainment, represent a fascinating and innovative medium that has evolved significantly since my time. They offer unique interactive experiences where storytelling, art, and player agency converge in ways traditional media cannot replicate. Just as animation once did, video games have expanded the boundaries of storytelling, allowing players not just to witness a story, but to participate in it, make choices, and explore worlds in a deeply engaging manner. The potential of video games to inspire creativity, problem-solving, and learning is immense. They can transport players to fantastical realms, historical events, or futuristic landscapes, all while challenging them with puzzles, strategic thinking, and collaboration. Much like the animated films and theme park attractions I worked on, video games have the power to immerse audiences in meticulously crafted environments, rich with detail and imagination. However, as with any form of entertainment, the content and the context in which video games are played matter greatly. It's important for games to be age-appropriate and for playtime to be balanced with other activities that contribute to a person's well-being and development. The social aspect of gaming, which can foster community and teamwork, also needs to be navigated carefully to ensure positive and respectful interactions. I view video games as another canvas for creativity with their own set of artistic and narrative tools. They're a testament to human ingenuity, much like the first animated films were in their day. If I were here today, I might have been intrigued by the possibilities of combining storytelling, technology, and interactivity that video games offer. The challenge for creators within this medium is the same as it has always been across all forms of storytelling: to enrich lives, to bring joy and wonder, and to use the medium responsibly and thoughtfully to make a positive impact on the world.
Thanks to modern science, people are living longer and experiencing things that they didn't experience during your lifetime. If you were still alive and making movies, which short stories or fairy tales from the past would you be trying to turn into films for modern society?
If I were still creating movies today, with modern society's advancements and the unique challenges and opportunities these bring, I'd be drawn to stories that resonate with both timeless human experiences and contemporary themes. The beauty of fairy tales and short stories is their ability to be reinterpreted and updated to reflect the values and concerns of the time. Considering the world today, I'd look for narratives that emphasize resilience, adaptability, unity amidst diversity, and the importance of caring for our planet. Here are a few stories and themes that could be compelling for modern audiences. A story like The Lorax by Dr. Seuss, though already well known, carries a powerful message about the importance of respecting and protecting our natural environment. Adapting such a story with a renewed focus on contemporary environmental issues could inspire viewers to engage more actively in conservation efforts. Exploring tales that delve into the relationship between humans and technology, such as adaptations of classic science fiction, short stories, could be incredibly relevant. Stories like The Last Question by Isaac Asimov offer profound insights into humanity's future and our ethical considerations around technology's role in our lives. Fairy tales from around the world that highlight themes of unity, respect, and the celebration of diverse cultures and perspectives could offer a rich tapestry of narratives. For instance, bringing to life lesser-known tales from African, Asian, or indigenous cultures could both enrich the cinematic landscape and promote a message of inclusivity and understanding. Stories that showcase the human spirit's resilience in the face of adversity could be particularly inspiring. Adaptations of tales like The Happy Prince by Oscar Wilde, reimagined for today's context, could emphasize compassion, sacrifice, and the impact of kindness. Embracing the spirit of exploration and the quest for knowledge, adaptations of tales like The Adventures of Baron Munchausen could capture the imagination of viewers and encourage a sense of adventure and curiosity about the world and beyond. In crafting these stories for the screen, I'd use the latest in animation and filmmaking technology to bring them to life in a way that captivates modern audiences while staying true to the heart of the tales. The goal would be to create films that not only entertain but also inspire thoughtful reflection, conversation, and action, reflecting the challenges and dreams of contemporary society.
What do you think of the idea of Disney adults?
The phenomenon of Disney adults who are enthusiastic fans of Disney movies, parks, and merchandise, often without having children of their own in the picture, is a testament to the universal appeal and timeless nature of the stories and experiences we've created. It's deeply gratifying to see that the magic of Disney resonates with people of all ages, not just children. This enduring affection underscores the idea that the themes of hope, adventure, love, and the triumph of good over evil have a universal appeal that transcends age. When we created these stories and built Disneyland, the aim was to offer a place where families could have fun together, where adults could feel young again, and where the worries of the world could be left at the gate. The fact that adults find joy, comfort, and inspiration in the Disney universe speaks to their longing for a connection to those simpler joys and the universal desire for stories that end in happily ever after. Disney adults also reflect the broader cultural phenomenon, where nostalgia plays a significant role in people's lives, serving as a bridge to cherished memories and experiences from their youth. This nostalgia, coupled with the appreciation for the artistry, storytelling, and innovation associated with Disney, fuels a vibrant community of adults who find meaning and joy in these shared passions. Moreover, the dedication of Disney adults contributes to the rich, multi-generational tapestry of Disney fandom, ensuring that the stories and characters continue to be celebrated and passed down through generations. Their enthusiasm helps keep the spirit of Disney alive, inspiring new stories, experiences, and innovations that can continue to enchant audiences worldwide. In essence, the idea of Disney adults is a beautiful reminder of the power of storytelling and imagination to connect us all, proving that the magic of Disney knows no age limits. It's a phenomenon I would have viewed as a profound compliment, a sign that we succeeded in creating something truly timeless and universal.
What about the large numbers of unruly guests who urinate in public, get in violent altercations, harass and abuse the employees, etc.? It seems like there are so many unruly guests sometimes, it's hard to police them.
Addressing the behavior of unruly guests in Disney parks is indeed a challenge, reflecting broader societal issues that can intrude even into places designed for enjoyment and escape. It's disheartening when such incidents occur, as they not only disrupt the experience for other guests, but also pose significant challenges for employees tasked with maintaining a safe and magical environment. To manage this, it's crucial to have robust measures in place. This includes a strong security presence, not just in terms of numbers, but in the training of personnel to handle a wide range of situations with sensitivity and efficiency. Conflict resolution skills are essential, as is the ability to de-escalate situations before they become serious. Additionally, technology can play a pivotal role in early detection and management of such behavior. Surveillance systems can help identify issues as they arise, allowing for a swift response. It's also beneficial to have clear, widely communicated, and strictly enforced policies regarding guest behavior. Guests should know what is expected of them and understand the consequences of misconduct, ensuring these policies are visible throughout the parks and included in the terms of ticket purchases. Engaging with guests to foster a sense of shared responsibility for the park environment is also key. Encouraging guests to report inappropriate behavior can help address issues more rapidly. Most importantly, support for employees is non-negotiable. They should feel empowered and backed by management to take necessary actions for their safety and the safety of guests. This includes training in handling difficult situations, access to immediate assistance from security personnel, and clear channels for reporting incidents. Ultimately, while it's challenging to completely eliminate such behavior, a combination of clear policies, effective security measures, technology use, guest engagement, and robust support systems can significantly mitigate these issues, ensuring that Disney parks remain a source of joy and wonder for all visitors.
If you were alive today, would you still dress the same? What would you wear now? Would you wear Crocs?
If I were alive today, I imagine I would adapt my style to combine comfort with the classic, somewhat formal attire I always favored. Throughout my career, I was known for my relatively simple and practical style, often a suit or a sports jacket with a tie for work, which was both a sign of professionalism and a personal preference in an era when business attire was the norm in many workplaces. In today's more casual and diverse fashion landscape, I might lean towards a smart casual approach, perhaps favoring comfortable slacks and a well-fitted blazer over a button-down shirt, maintaining a balance between approachability and professionalism. This would align with my aim to be relatable, yet respectful of the creative and business environments I navigated. As for Crocs, they're known for their comfort, which is something I would appreciate, especially while walking around theme parks or the studio. While they might not have been my first choice for footwear, given my traditional style, I can see the practical appeal in a more relaxed setting. I've always believed in the importance of evolving and adapting with the times, not just in storytelling and business, but personally as well. So who knows? For casual outings or moments when comfort is paramount, you might indeed find me in a pair of Crocs, especially if they offered a Mickey Mouse design.
What do you think about eBay? If you were alive today, how would you be using it?
eBay. That's a fine example of innovation, akin to a vast digital marketplace that's ever evolving. If I were navigating today's world, eBay would be a fascinating arena. You see, my experiences with technology, even in its early forms during my time, taught me the value of reaching out, connecting, and making dreams accessible to all. eBay does just that on a global scale. Imagine, if you will, the potential for collectors of Disney memorabilia. The joy in finding a piece of Disney history, long sought after, now just a click away. It's not just the collecting, mind you, but the stories each of these pieces tells, the memories they evoke. It's a continuation of the magic we aim to create, now in digital form. And it's not just about nostalgia or collecting. It's about opportunity. eBay democratizes the selling landscape, allowing anyone, anywhere, to bring their goods to a global audience. That's a powerful concept. It mirrors the democratization of storytelling we aspired to with our films and theme parks, where every guest is part of the story, every viewer a part of the magic. So, how would I use eBay? Well, I'd be intrigued by the possibilities it offers for discovering unique items that inspire creativity or bring joy. Perhaps even finding rare artifacts that could be featured in our theme parks or inspire new stories. On the flip side, it could be a place to share Disney memorabilia with fans around the world, ensuring that the magic of Disney continues to spread far and wide. eBay, in essence, is about connections between buyers and sellers, between past and present. It's about the magic of discovery and the thrill of the hunt. It's a modern marketplace that in many ways reflects the principles we held dear: innovation, storytelling, and creating happiness. It's a tool that, used wisely, can bring a bit of magic into everyday life.
A lot of people go to Disney parks and buy up merchandise and then take it home and try to resell it on eBay. How would you feel about this?
This practice, it's a double-edged sword, isn't it? On one hand, it's a testament to the enduring appeal and value of Disney memorabilia. People cherish these items, not just for their physical beauty, but for the memories and magic they represent. That folks want to share this magic with others, even at a profit, speaks to the powerful connection we've forged with our audience. It's a form of entrepreneurship that I've always respected and encouraged, a way for individuals to take initiative and build something of their own. On the other hand, there's a delicate balance to be maintained. Disney parks and products are about making dreams accessible to all, about creating an inclusive world where everyone can partake in the magic. When items are bought up only to be sold at a steep markup, it can put them out of reach for many. It's important that the magic remains accessible, that it doesn't become something only the well-off can afford. We've always aimed to bring joy and inspiration to as wide an audience as possible. Moreover, there's the matter of the spirit in which these items were created and intended to be enjoyed. Each product, each character, each attraction at our parks has a story, a purpose. They're meant to inspire, to bring joy, to foster a sense of wonder and community. When these items are commodified to excess, there's a risk that this spirit can be overshadowed by profit. So how would I feel? Mixed, I'd say. Proud that what we've created is so loved and valued, yet cautious about the implications for our broader mission of spreading happiness and inspiration. It's a reminder of the responsibility we have to keep the magic accessible, to ensure that our stories and characters continue to serve as sources of joy and inspiration for everyone, not just those who can afford to pay a premium.
Do you see any resolution to world conflicts, many of which have been going on since you were alive?
The resolution of world conflicts, especially those that have roots extending as far back as my own lifetime or even further, is a complex and daunting challenge. These conflicts often stem from deep-seated issues such as economic disparities, historical grievances, cultural differences, and power struggles. However, I've always believed in the power of hope, innovation, and collective effort to bring about change. Firstly, education plays a crucial role. By educating future generations about history, empathy, and the importance of understanding diverse perspectives, we can foster a global community that values peace and dialogue over conflict. It's about nurturing the belief that despite our differences, we share common dreams and fears, and that together we can build a better world. Secondly, communication and storytelling have immense power to bridge divides. Through stories, be they in films, books, or other media, we can humanize the other, break down stereotypes, and build empathy. I've always believed in the ability of stories to touch hearts, change minds, and inspire actions. Encouraging narratives that promote peace, understanding, and common humanity can contribute to resolving conflicts. Moreover, technology, which has advanced significantly since my time, offers new platforms for dialogue and understanding. Social media, virtual reality, and other digital tools can bring people together from across the globe, facilitating exchanges that were once impossible. These technologies can be harnessed to promote peace, support diplomacy, and mobilize collective action against injustices. Additionally, collaborative international efforts are essential. Organizations like the United Nations, despite their imperfections, play a pivotal role in mediating conflicts, providing humanitarian aid, and setting international norms. Strengthening and reforming international institutions to make them more inclusive and effective can help address the root causes of conflicts. Lastly, leadership and collective will are indispensable. It requires leaders who are committed to peace and justice, who prioritize diplomacy and dialogue over aggression. But beyond leaders, it calls for a global citizenry that demands peace, supports humanitarian efforts, and holds leaders accountable for their actions on the world stage. While these steps may seem idealistic, especially in the face of enduring and complex conflicts, history has shown us that change is possible. It requires patience, persistence, and the collective efforts of individuals, communities, and nations. I've always looked to the future with optimism, believing in our capacity to overcome adversity and achieve the seemingly impossible. The resolution of world conflicts is no different. It begins with the belief that a more peaceful and just world is possible, followed by the concerted efforts to make it a reality.
It seems like social media has only managed to divide people farther. Why do you think that is?
Social media, in its ideal form, is a tool for connection, a means to bridge vast distances and bring diverse voices into conversations that were previously limited by geography or social strata. It's a platform for sharing stories, sparking creativity, and building communities. However, the reality we've observed is more nuanced and in many instances starkly contrasting with these ideals. The division and polarization facilitated by social media can be attributed to several interconnected factors. Social media algorithms are designed to show users content that aligns with their previous interactions, creating a feedback loop that reinforces existing beliefs and filters out dissenting views. This can limit exposure to diverse perspectives, strengthening convictions and deepening divides. The relative anonymity and physical distance social media provides can embolden individuals to express themselves more aggressively or negatively than they would in face-to-face interactions. This can lead to harsher discourse and misunderstandings as the nuances of communication, like tone and body language, are lost. The rapid spread of false or misleading information on social media platforms can fuel distrust, fear, and hostility among different groups. The sheer volume and speed with which information circulates make it difficult for users to discern truth from falsehood, exacerbating conflicts and prejudices. Social media's structure rewards sensationalism and emotional reactions with likes, shares, and comments, encouraging content that provokes strong, immediate responses. This can prioritize divisive or sensational content over nuanced or balanced discussions, polarizing public discourse. Entities with vested interests in specific outcomes can exploit social media to manipulate public opinion, sow discord, or rally support for divisive policies or ideologies. The targeted nature of social media advertising and the virality factor make it a potent tool for those seeking to deepen societal divides for personal, commercial, or political gain. Addressing these challenges requires a concerted effort from technology companies, policymakers, educators, and users themselves. This might include developing algorithms that promote diverse viewpoints and constructive dialogue, enhancing digital literacy among users to help them navigate social media responsibly and critically, implementing stricter regulations on the spread of misinformation and hate speech, encouraging the development and use of social media tools that foster empathy and understanding among users. Despite its drawbacks, social media has the potential to be a force for good, a tool for unity rather than division. Achieving this potential calls for critical reflection on how these platforms are structured, used, and regulated. It's about finding a way to reclaim the original promise of social media as a space for open, respectful, and meaningful exchanges across the myriad divides that separate us.
I know you were a big fan of Abraham Lincoln. If the roles were reversed and you could ask Abraham Lincoln one question, what would it be?
Abraham Lincoln, a figure of immense integrity and wisdom, whose leadership during one of the most tumultuous periods in American history has always inspired me. If I had the privilege of asking Mr. Lincoln one question, it would likely be, Mr. Lincoln, in the face of profound division and uncertainty, how did you maintain your conviction and continue to lead with compassion, ensuring that the very fabric of the nation was not irreparably torn asunder?
Thank you so much for speaking with me today, Walt. Is there anything else you'd like to say to people watching this interview?
Thank you for taking the time to engage in this conversation. If there's one thought I'd like to leave with everyone watching, it's this. Never lose sight of your dreams and the power of imagination. The challenges and complexities of the world are real, but so too is our capacity to create change, to bring joy, and to make the impossible possible. Remember, it all started with a mouse, a simple idea that with a bit of creativity and perseverance grew into something much larger than ever imagined. Embrace curiosity, pursue your passions relentlessly, and never forget that every great achievement begins with a dream. Let's continue to inspire one another, to build communities rooted in kindness, understanding, and a shared desire to make the world a better place for all. The future is a canvas for our imagination. Let's dream big, work together, and fill it with color, wonder, and magic. Thank you, and keep moving forward, opening new doors and doing new things.